second question. How patiently and rapidly you may still the hypno clients feel. In Zurich you showed us your 1-minute pre-talk.
Yes, my 1-minute pre-talk. Okay.
But
go ahead.
There are some people looking who don't speak very well English. So do the slowly pre-talk.
Okay, so I'll make it 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. It is very important to dispel fears with your clients. And so the way I do it in just a minute, but I'll do it for you in 1.5 minutes, is I tell them there are 3 common misconceptions about hypnosis. The first one is that there's a loss of control, and there's no loss of control in hypnosis. You would never do anything in hypnosis you wouldn't normally do. You would never do anything against your moral, religious, or personal values, or just something you thought was silly. When you're deep in hypnosis, if I were to say, Stin, would you stand on your head? You would say, no, I won't do that. So there's no danger of that. The second common misconception about hypnosis is that people tell secrets in hypnosis, and that's not true either. In 4,000 years of people being hypnotized, nobody ever got stuck. However, some of the depths of hypnosis feel good. You wish you could get stuck there, but you can't. And the third common misconception about hypnosis is that people can get stuck in hypnosis, and that's impossible. They've been doing this for 4,000 years, and nobody ever got stuck. And you know what? I have to do that over because I blew my pre-talk, because I normally do this in a minute. Let me do it in 1.5 minutes. Here we go. Okay, there are 3 common misconceptions about hypnosis. The first one is that there's a loss of control. There's no loss of control in hypnosis. You would never do anything in hypnosis that you wouldn't normally do. You would never do anything against your moral, religious, or personal values, or just something you thought was silly. If I were to say, Stin, would you stand on your head when you're deep in hypnosis? You would say no. You wouldn't be compelled to do it. All right, the second common misconception about hypnosis is that people tell secrets in hypnosis, and that's not true either. If you had a secret to keep in your normal waking state, you would keep it in hypnosis. You're not going to give me the PIN number for your ATM card, okay? And the third common misconception about hypnosis is that people could get stuck in hypnosis, and that's impossible. 4,000 years of people being hypnotized, nobody ever got stuck. However, there are some states of hypnosis that feel so wonderful, you wish you could get stuck, but you can't. So do you have any questions before I hypnotize you? And that is my pre-talk. And if you give it in that manner, it dispels the 3 major fears that people have, and it makes them ready to get hypnotized. And something else happened the other day that was really interesting. A client said to me, this may sound familiar to you, a client said to me, I'm nervous. And I said, well, don't think of it as nervous, think of it as I'm excited. And she said, okay, all right, I'm excited. And of course she had no trouble going into hypnosis. And as a matter of fact, they did a study, I just read this study a couple of days ago. And they had a group of people, and they split them in 2, and they were all nervous. And the one group, they said, think about calming down. That didn't work. The other group, they said, think about being excited instead of nervous. That worked beautifully. It's a very easy move to go from nervous to excited. It's a hard move to go from nervous to calm.